In the world of collectible cars, Mopar sets the standard. These cars are the best looking, the most collectible, and the fastest and funnest to drive. This is Motorvatin. In 1970, Dodge introduced the Challenger. Now, this car really took the automotive world by storm, it and its sister, the Barracuda, because it was sleek, it was wide, it just was completely different than anything before it. The Dodge Challenger since then has become one of the most collectible and valuable cars in the world. This particular model is a 70 Challenger RT. It is a 440 Magnum 4-barrel, 375 horsepower, Hemi 4-speed transmission with a 354 Dana. Now, of course, on the Challenger, the Rally Instrument Cluster is standard. This car has an upgraded steering wheel, the white longitudinal stripe, black top, 6-way seat. These are all really neat options. Even the flip-top gas cap was not standard on an RT. This one has it. Now, we can talk about the collectability, we can talk about the options all day long. But there's nothing like hopping behind the wheel of a 375 horsepower 70 Challenger RT. Let's motorvate. So I've driven a lot of these cars, Challengers, Cudas, Roadrunners, GTXs, B-bodies, A-bodies, you name it, I've driven them. This particular car was a really nicely optioned car. This was a car that I had found many, many years ago up in Salem, bought it. Darren, that used to be on the show, bought it, and then he resold it to my client. The E-bodies are an incredibly nice handling car. They're wider, they're lower. When you look at them going down the road, you can see the stance is definitely imposing in your face. It's not a big old block of cheese cutting through the wind like you might see when you see a B-body. That's my own personal opinion of it. But truly, when it comes to style and stance, these E-bodies are there. When it comes to driving them down the road, there's nothing like it. You know that that's a 70 Challenger, and you can tell by the colors and the stripes that it's an RT. They handle like they're on rails compared to their big sister and brother, the B-bodies. They even out-handle an A-body, in my opinion. They're just not quite as nimble. This car is what was considered the first of the Mopar pony cars. And the reason they say that is that it's a big engine and a small car. That's the main thing behind a pony car. It performs every bit as good as it should. Now, when we build our engines, we put a little something extra into it. We change the cam a little bit, we work the heads over a little bit, and we end up with more horsepower, which equates to a faster car than it would have been from the factory. So I think that everybody should have the opportunity at some point in their life to get behind the wheel of one of these cars. Just turn the radio up and cruise. This never-before-seen footage of our 1970 Dodge Challenger RT was brought to you by this week's episode of Motorvatin.
This station will remain on the air day and night.